Cooking fires are the #1 cause of all residential fires. Every year, over 170,000 fires are started when a pan is left unattended.
I've been a firefighter for 20 years. We tend to go to at least one fire a shift. Probably every fire, for the most part, that we go to is due to unattended either fires or unattended candles or people just being careless and forgetting that they have things on the stove.
Today, Carter from StoveTop FireStop is going to show Shawn how this little canister can be a big help to first responders.
We manufacture a very simple automatic fire suppression device that is designed to help people be safe and put out cooking fires. No one ever intends to start a cooking fire. It's always because the TV's on. The distraction is always there. You start cooking, you know that it's going to take a few minutes to get going before everything heats up, and you want to try and get one more thing done, and that's when cooking fires happen.
I would say that more than half of our calls are from unattended cooking fires because people walk away or they fall asleep.
I don't think most people realize how fast a grease fire can really get going and take over an entire house. If you turn on the stove and walk away, the fire will self-ignite within 11 minutes on average.
Oftentimes with a grease fire, someone will panic, they'll pick up the pan, and they run across their house. So where the fire originally started in your kitchen now has gone through your living room, probably through your dining room, and to your front door. And now what does that cause? A massive fire. Also, people will throw towels. They'll say, oh, let's wet a towel and put it on. Well, with grease, what happens is if you put water to it, it spreads.
The biggest misconceptions with cooking fires is the water issue. Putting water on a grease fire is the worst thing you can do. I'm actually here to tell you a little about something that should help you in the future for grease fires. It's called StoveTop FireStop. The StoveTop FireStop system is basically a canister with a fuse on the bottom and a magnet on the top. The basic version of this will just mount up underneath the hood. So someone can literally walk over to their stove, center a pair of these between their burners, and click it straight above. So it's really, really simple to install. This one actually has sensors on the bottom. This is brand new. The fuse or sensor is on the underside. And so, for example, if you have it up underneath your hood and a fire starts, for the fuse models, the fire will actually light that fuse. The canister opens up and automatically drops a very, very fine powder on top of the fire and suppresses it. The sensor, of course, will do that even faster because it's actually looking for that signature of a fire. But all of our products are designed to be 100% automatic, so no one needs to be in the room at all for them to work.
Well, this would have been great because my father had a kitchen fire. I was out of town. He had put some newspapers on the stove, backed away from it, turned it on, and then he went away and came back and it was on fire. The whole kitchen was on fire.
I hope he was okay.
He was. The kitchen, not so much.
So you have a daughter?
I do.
Cooks?
I do. Outside of the station, I'm a very active single parent. I have a daughter. She's an avid cooker.
Well, so for her, do you have that fear that maybe she won't be protected or safe, or what does that mean for you?
My thing with my daughter is her absent-mindedness because she's a child, so they don't think of the steps of turning off the stove or leaving something close to a burner. It would be perfect for her to be able to have this mounted in case an accident did happen.
We like to think that StoveTop FireStop is good for anyone, whether that's a senior that is maybe at the edge of where they should be cooking anymore, a student who is just learning and out on their own for the first time. Quite frankly, anyone can have a mistake and anyone can get distracted.
So Carter, with fire extinguishers, a lot of people fail to remember that they either have them or how to use one. I know a lot of elderly people don't have the dexterity to pull the pin, hold it and squeeze it and then activate it so it's actually sweeping back and forth. So this would be a great additive, right?
It is, and we consider all of this stuff to be a supplement to a fire extinguisher, to sprinkler systems. We recommend to people not just to have the StoveTop FireStop in the kitchens, but if you happen to be in the kitchen when a fire occurs, to step away and let it do its job, and then once the fire is out, step back in, because the intervention with a cooking fire tends to be where so many people get hurt. Our products last for 6 years and do not require any maintenance.
And how do you know if it's gone out of service or if it needs to be replaced?
Each one of them actually has a replace by date, and it's stamped right on the side of the product. So everyone, you can look on the side and you'll actually see a replace by date code on it.
Now, silly question, these are one-time use only, right? So when you're buying this, you're putting it up underneath either the microwave or the stovetop, and once it's ignited, it's done. You have to go out and get another one.
Hopefully you never have to use it, but if you do, yes, you just take it, start over with some new ones.
Oh, well, that's wonderful. I think it's a great product, and I can't wait to put one in my own home.
For more information, go to designingspaces.tv or StoveTopFireStop.com. You can go to these websites to learn more about the participants on this edition of Designing Spaces.